Hi, Facebook. Hi, TikTok, I think. Which is the other one? That we're on Twitch or something. But, oh, it's cold. It's so cold out. I am chilled. I'm having hot tea because last night I had a fever, right? But then I don't have a fever today. And I feel fine, other than having just a tiny cough that's like right here. We had to go to the senior parents. The sports, they give you flowers. You walk out with your senior, they take a picture, and then they take a group of the varsity players with their family. So we did that, watched two basketball games, Luke's and Ethan's. They both won. They both played good. Then freezing, came home, and I'm a little late because I was trying to get warmed up in the massage chair for a little bit. I had the heat setting on. And hi, Tree Dog. Hi, Linda. Hi, Gail. Hi, Elle. Hi, well, I'm not on. Hold on a minute. I have to get to YouTube. Came home. Uh oh. Hold on. I'm playing. I'm a little late because I was. Sorry about that. Let's see, I don't even know where this is. Okay, I think it's here. Alrighty. So, hi, Bucky Ann, Gail, Linda L. Oh, it's finally going on live chat. Isn't that great? Okay, so we're going to talk about this Indiana case, and it's crazy because it's really so much more than we talked about it the other day. We talked about it the other day about this guy in Indiana that killed his wife, but the details have come out exactly how he killed his wife and a little bit more about what he did that he thought, she should have liked what he got her. All right, so let me do that. Let me get his. Okay, this is the guy. And if I mute, it's because I'm coughing. So don't, like, if you just hear me go mute, it's because I don't want to cough into the mic. Just letting you know. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Okay. So here's the guy, right? We have a little bit more information about him. I don't know what they just did now. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to. Okay, so the guy's name is Taylor Meyer. He's 34. To me, he looks a lot older than 34. And his wife, Deborah Meyer, she is 35. They have children, as you can see. And he sent a photo of her body after he had killed her to a man and captioned it, "Your fault." He was arrested Friday night at his Jeffersonville, Indiana home after police responded to a call about a domestic disturbance. Officers were unable to get anyone to come to the door, and as they tried to break it down or break into it, he opened the garage door and stepped out. He was behaving aggressively towards the officers, which forced them to call for help from the state police. When they went inside, they found Deborah Meyer's body. They responded to the home after receiving a call from a man who said he'd gotten a call on Deborah Meyer's phone and he could hear her screaming in the background. The probable cause affidavit says this. The call apparently came from a coworker that Taylor Meyer believed was his wife's boyfriend. He drove to the home while speaking with officers on the scene received the text showing Deborah Meyer's body. Police then did breach the door, found her body, and the couple's 3 children, who were all under the age of 5. They were not physically harmed. Not physically, of course, right? He confessed during an interview with detectives, although he later entered a not guilty plea. He told police he saw a photo of his wife holding hands with that coworker in January, and it had put a strain on their marriage. So on Valentine's Day, he said he went all out, setting up a Bringing Paris to You theme that included having the children draw pictures of the Eiffel Tower as decorations. He said, and I quote, "It was the hardest I've ever tried. She just didn't give a shite." Then, after the dinner, they fought. She left the house, and he said, she left the house right when her boyfriend got off work. He was upset that she left him alone with the kids. He told police that his wife goes out every Saturday night and F's whoever. But she came back 20 minutes later. When she was in the bathroom, her husband tried to read her messages on her smartwatch, and then he was demanding to see her cell phone when she got out. They got into a physical fight. He stated that during this fight, his wife punched him in the face, and he grabbed her and took the cell phone. He said, "I'm stronger than you." And at the hospital during the initial interview with police, Taylor said, "It was all wrestling and hitting, and I started choking her. She hit me with a water bottle, and I hit her with a wine bottle. I then got a knife." He described the knife as a big arse kitchen knife, a long one. And his wife asked him if he planned to kill her and leave their kids with no parents. He pinned her to the ground when he went through her cell phone. He called the alleged boyfriend, that's who heard the call and called the authorities, and told him, "It's your effing fault. You want to ruin my marriage and tear my family apart?" And the man that he was calling could hear Deborah screaming in the background, and that's why he called the police. Then he told police he went back to choking her and hit her with the wine bottle until she was unconscious. He said he wasn't sure if she was dead, so he stabbed her repeatedly in the chest. I believe it was over 40 times. And then he sent that picture, after he had finished stabbing her, to that coworker, and titled it, "It's all your effing fault." He's being held without bond and is due back in court on March 18th. This is just crazy, huh? 3 kids, no mother, soon to be no father. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The details of that are just horrific. I don't know what the hell is going on with this world. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Before we go to Monica, I'm going to go to another absolutely horrific story. Let me just get the I'm going to go to New Mexico. Pudding's here. Farmington, New Mexico. Yeah. I'm going to go to a couple that locked their daughter in a chicken coop. Do you understand people like this? I don't. And you have multiple, like 2 people that think this is okay, you know? It's like crazy. Alright, let me, so I'm not getting this. Hold on, let me just get their picture here. Okay, these are the parents. So sorry. What is going on here? This is so weird. Okay. This is not, I don't know what is up with this. Alright, let me just do this. What the heck? Sorry. Okay. I am so cold. It was like 17 degrees out. I know it's been colder, but it was so cold. I don't know what is wrong with this. This is bizarre because my computer normally... Okay. Alright, this is weird. Okay, finally. Oh my gosh. It wasn't letting me, Those are the parents. That's Jamie Jackson, who's 59, and Patricia Madrid, 36, both of Farmington. They're facing 14 felony counts of child abuse after they reportedly were locking their daughter up in a chicken coop in New Mexico. Unbelievable, right? And the teenager had autism, reportedly. So, yeah, they're facing those 14 felony charges. The man's 15-year-old daughter was allegedly forced to live outside in a chicken coop and only eat one meal per day. They were arrested on February 18th. They were charged with those 14 felony counts. The teenager girl was allegedly abused from November of 2023 through September 15th of 2024. It ended only after the girl, who reportedly suffers from autism, ADHD, and fetal alcohol syndrome, reported to her maternal grandmother that she was being abused at the family home. And that was in the 1100 block of North Auburn Avenue. The alleged abuse reportedly occurred during summer and winter, at times during extreme heat or extreme cold, without protection from the weather. They have a 24-page arrest affidavit that outlines this abuse. In text messages that were obtained through a search warrant, Madrid reportedly wished the teen dead, writing to Jackson, "I wish that biatch was dead with her mom. She is a horrible human." Wow. She reportedly started dating Jackson not long after the girl's mother died. The teenager told the forensic interviewer that Jackson put a gun against her head, said he didn't mind killing someone, and that he didn't care to go to jail, and it was no different from killing an animal. That's all in the affidavit. Other text messages between Jackson and Madrid reportedly supported what the teen told that forensic interviewer, that it started with her needing to use the restroom and having to seek approval from both Jackson and Madrid beforehand. She was placed on a schedule for using the bathroom once in the morning and once in the evening. And the couple showed they were withholding water from the girl to limit her use of the toilet. Madrid even accused the girl of stealing water again in the text messages. When the teen used the restroom without their consent, they reportedly became upset and they started locking her up. The couple reportedly made the child stand outside all day and considered building a cage to lock her in before they forced her into the chicken coop. In the coop, she said she endured biting flies, bees, spiders, and mosquitoes. And during the interview, police noted that she had insect bites as well as scars, allegedly from physical discipline, such as being whipped with a metal-studded belt. The teen also reportedly was forced to remain in the coop. She was required to wear earmuffs and a blindfold. She was required to stand from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. each day. This isn't great, huh? Madrid reportedly withheld food from her, allowing her to only eat once a day. And the text messages confirmed that she was fed ramen, ice cream, and sometimes a banana, while her brother and Madrid's daughter were sometimes given pizza and other food they requested. Madrid and Jackson denied the allegations and claimed the girl lied. They also said the girl was seeing a counselor for help with personal hygiene and self-care. But the text message is that they recovered reportedly corroborated the teen's claims of abuse. Madrid and Jackson were released from the San Juan County Detention Center on their own recognizance on February 19th. Why were they released? By Magistrate Eric Cole, who ordered they have no contact with the alleged victim. Yeah, what about their other children? That's okay? A preliminary hearing is set for 8:30 a.m. on February 26th at the Magistrate Court. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh. That's just crazy. Okay, hang on a minute. I'm going to cough for a minute, so I'm going to mute. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. I don't know what I just did here. Okay, so we're going to go to this story next. And we are going to do Monica. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to forget anything. I'm so cold. I just want to go into like a plunge tub of hot water. Oh my gosh. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So right there, we have a Florida man has been arrested for shooting and killing another man who was riding an ATV in a Winter Garden apartment complex. Winter Garden police said the shooting appeared to stem from an ongoing dispute about people riding motorcycles in the complex. Ralph Francis Hensel, 57, apparently decided to take the dispute to the next level, and he shot Jakeem Deshaun Williams, who was 32, as he was riding what police called a four-wheel motorcycle, ATV. Police were called to the scene and found Williams with a gunshot wound lying on the ground next to his ATV, and medics pronounced him dead at the scene. Hensel has been charged with first-degree murder. Police said there have been complaints from residents in the complex about motorcycles, but did not say how many complaints from how many different residents, or whether police have been called in the disputes. They also did not say how the final conflict led to the fatal shooting, and it's not known if Hensel had any other interactions with Williams. Police spokesperson said Hensel was identified quickly as the suspect. Investigators were able to identify him as the suspect based on evidence obtained during the investigation, witness statements, and statements that were made on the scene by the suspect himself, according to Captain Scott Allen. Aerial footage appeared to show the complex was a neighborhood of apparent duplexes. I really don't know what the heck is going on, right? Okay. Okay, now next. Investigators have identified a suspect in the stabbing death this week of a Cal Fire fire captain at her home in Ramona. San Diego Sheriff's Office said 53-year-old Yolanda Marodi, also known as Yolanda I'm not going to get this last name. Okay. I cannot. There's no way I can pronounce this. We're going to go with Marodi. It's Olejniczak. Is wanted for the murder of Rebecca Marodi, 49. Yolanda is described as 5'2", 166 pounds, with brown hair. Her current location is unknown. The suspect and the victim had been married for about 2 years, and detectives are looking for a potential domestic violence motive. Court records show that Yolanda was convicted of voluntary manslaughter in 2003 and sentenced to 11 years in prison. It's not clear who called 911 after the attack or previously reported that Marodi lived in the home in Ramona with her mother. Wait, that doesn't even make any sense. Okay? If she was convicted of voluntary manslaughter. Voluntary? No, I am really, hold on. I'm telling you, we gotta go see something. Something's wrong with this. Let's get some more information. Okay. Let's go to another source here. All right. So here we have Yolanda Marodi, also known as Yolanda O. I'm just going to put O. I'm not going to pronounce that last name. Is suspected of killing California Fire Chief Rebecca Becky Marodi. She was found Tuesday night with fatal stab wounds at her home on Rancho Villa Road. Yolanda O. has not been arrested and her location is not known. Anyone with information on her whereabouts was asked to call the San Diego Sheriff's Office homicide investigators. Court records obtained show that Yolanda O. pled guilty in 2003 to voluntary manslaughter from a homicide that occurred in 2000. She was sentenced to 11 years in prison. But why is she not in prison? Okay, 2003, see. Okay, she already, hold on a minute. All right. She was released on parole in, see, they had the wrong date. They said 2023. That's the other source. Yeah, not too good. Now that makes sense. Okay, it was 2003, and she was released on parole in 2013 after serving her full sentence, and she was discharged from parole in 2015. Investigators had previously said Marodi knew her attacker and called her death the act of domestic violence, but had not identified a suspect until Thursday. No other details were given surrounding the circumstances of the case, including how the two knew each other or how investigators pinpointed Yolanda O. as the subject. Well, they said they were married. Oh my gosh. Yolanda O.'s Facebook page, however, said she and Marodi were married. Someone called 911 around 9 p.m. Tuesday to report an assault. When deputies arrived, Marodi was seriously wounded. First responders attempted to resuscitate Marodi, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. I don't know who is responsible, but it seems it was very personal, said Victoria Bradley, who knows Marodi's mother. I can't even imagine what she's going through. It's devastating. It's every parent's worst nightmare. Some of Captain Marodi's colleagues on Wednesday spoke out about her tragic death, like California Fire Battalion Chief Paul Selig, and he says he hopes people will follow her example. She was never afraid to get involved with a person who needed help, and she was always willing to extend herself to assist them. That's terrible. Okay. Okay, and then again, I just think people have forgotten how to resolve things. I'm starting to get so cold. I don't know why. Maybe sometimes a fever comes at night, right? Doesn't it? I might have to take you ibuprofen. Don't get upset if I have to, okay? All right, let's see. This man right here. We're going to Maine right now. Hold on a moment. One second. Okay. So this is Samuel Whitmore. And this happened in Maine, in Belfast. So he killed his wife during a visit to his parents' Redfield home. Suspect's mother was found seriously injured by officers. A Maine man is accused of killing his wife while they were visiting his parents' home in Redfield. Samuel Whitmore, 34 years old of Belfast, has been charged with the murder of his 32-year-old wife, Margot, on Thursday. They announced it on Thursday. Maine State Police troopers and Winthrop police officers responded to a home on Giles Road shortly after 10 a.m. Wednesday after getting a 911 call. Troopers discovered Margot Whitmore dead outside the home, and they found Samuel Whitmore's mother, Dorothy, injured inside the residence. Dorothy Whitmore was 67. She was transported to Central Maine Medical Center in Lewiston, and she was listed in critical condition. Jimmy, can you bring that thermometer here for 1 minute? I'm starting to freeze now. Something's weird. Let's see. But police say her condition has since been upgraded. Samuel Whitmore has left the scene, but he was taken into custody a short distance away.
992.
Okay. By a state trooper. He was transported to Maine General Medical Center in Augusta for an evaluation, but he has since been transported to the Kennebec County Jail, where he has been charged with murder. Police say Samuel Whitmore's father wasn't home at the time of the incident, but he arrived shortly after it happened. His wife's body was transported to the chief medical examiner's office in Augusta, with an autopsy was performed on Thursday morning. The manner of her death has been ruled a homicide, but the cause of her death is not being released at this time. Samuel is expected to make his initial court appearance tomorrow. Samuel Whitmore was a member of the Massachusetts Institute of Technology cross-country team over a decade ago. Okay, is that like really he was the cross-country team? That's like very relevant, I guess. Okay. Crazy, right? Just crazy. I don't know what the heck is wrong with people. It's bizarre. Bizarre. Okay. We are going, let me see if there's anything else I'm going to talk about before the trial. Let me see. Okay. All right, let me go to the trial. Okay. Let me get my notebook, my trusty notebook. Let me get Monica Sementilli's photo up there. And I'm going to check the chat before we go over. Today was so bizarre in court. They had some footage of her in the back of a police car with Robert Baker. It was the most bizarre thing you will ever see. It was the most bizarre thing you will ever see. It looked like she was having intimate relations there. It was absolutely, you needed a shower after it, okay? I'm telling you, it was the most bizarre thing you've ever seen. If you missed the trial today, and I don't know why Scooter doesn't watch this trial, it's just like she purposely doesn't watch the trials I watch. I'm gonna psych her out next time. I'm gonna tell her I'm not watching. And then I'm like, aha! Okay. So, and she always looks so, like, pained and like whenever they show like the swinging website or something like what? Who does that? Sick people. Like she looks so disgusted. And you know that like that's not what is going on. Okay? Okay, so Day 14, day 14. I know I wrote day 14 where we were. Here we are. Okay, so day 14. Hold on, I've got to cough. Okay, sorry about that. If you're new, hold on a minute, I got a cough again. Hi, Facebook. Hi, TikTok, I think. Okay, sorry. Okay, so they had to take the witnesses out of order. So there was an investigator that was on the stand when they left, but they had to go with another witness because he wasn't available right then and there. So they took the HR director from Wella. And they started talking about, like, did Monica contact you for help she needed with the insurance? And, you know, so it was yeah, but she really couldn't do that much. That guy, Henry Meyer was taking care of it. And so, yeah. So, I mean, there was, there were texts about that. So then they said, okay, did she tell you that money was tight and she was having issues? Yes. But did she tell you that she was getting his salary, Fabio's salary for 6 months? No. Did she tell you that she was going to Las Vegas? No. Did she tell you she was going to Myrtle Beach? No. Did she tell you that she was working with anyone else on this? Yes, it was Henry, she said, but Monica said he was not being so helpful. And so you guys exchanged text messages. Yes, she says. And on March 14th, did you tell Monica that you did your part with MetLife and now it lives in the hands of LAPD? Yes. And then there were texts on March 16th, March 22nd, and April 1st, which were following up and responding to Monica about the life insurance and stock options. Yes. And on 4/12, there was a text with Monica, and she said there was no progress with the insurance or the stocks, and it was the stocks are going to go to probate since there was no will, so pretty much sucks. But you had nothing to do with stock options, is that correct? That's correct. Did you go to the May 22nd memorial? She says yes. Did you go to the wake at the Sementilli house? Yes. And then they were talking about the stock options. There were some that were in the United States and some that were in Canada. There was a cross-examination, and all this, oh my gosh, all her defense team tries to do, it's like when you don't have the facts on your side, you argue technicalities or you try to mislead the jury. So, sounds like you did the best you could to aid Monica to navigate the life insurance and the stock options. Is that correct? Yes. You were not the only person that was working on that. Correct. You were doing your best to help a woman, and here it goes, whose husband was brutally murdered. She was devastated. Is that correct? You said that? Yes. She was grieving. Is it, correct? You said yes. Did you know Fabio had designated beneficiaries? Yes. Did you know that almost half of the money was designated for the children? Yes. And Luigi, that's his son from another relationship, another marriage? Yes. And they were talking about, he started talking about like things that Fabio could, partake in or not if he wanted to, like some stocks and IRAs and stuff like that. So he veered off into that direction, right? And that Fabio took advantage of some of those, right? Yes. And asked if she assisted him. She said yes, but some others. Then they talked about, when did you go to Fabio's prior to him being killed? And she said she went to Fabio's for a barbecue that summer. It was in the summer. There were about 10 people. It was about 6 months prior to Fabio's death. And it was the only time she was at the home prior to his death. And he had some people from the leadership team, the barbecue. And she stopped by with her family. Oh, would you say that, to your knowledge, they were happily married? Yes. And before this tragic event, and you got to assist her. Did you assist her other than the insurance or the stock options? Do you know if she exercised the stock options? She said that she called for her P&G stock options, U.S. and Canadian, and the U.S. ones were on hold, but she wasn't sure about the Canadian ones. The life insurance was on hold, and primarily your communication was all about this? Yes. Whatever the company was doing was not succeeding, correct? You spoke to Tracy. Tracy's that other lady that was on the stand earlier. Yes. Did you learn that it's held up by LAPD eventually? Yes. By Tracy? Yes. They were holding up the life insurance. Did you know they were holding up the life insurance to her daughters? Yes. Then they said, what efforts did you do to resolve the issue? She said she spoke to Tracy, but then again said it's in the LAPD's hands. And Monica told you that she was having hard times. Yes. And then they were talking about the health benefits, the continuation of health benefits. Did you tell her about that? And she said that Henry was taking care of that, about the new policies and things like that. So the only thing that was not resolved was the life insurance and those stock options. Yes. Okay. And then they start to go through some of those texts that they have. Again, all of this is just stuff the defense team does that just is done to like confuse the jury. They're zoning out with it. You can tell because the relevance, like, it's ridiculous. And they do this all the time. So you said you went to the house. Oh, and here's a text. Okay, what's that attachment? A death certificate? Oh, that's because you had to do the insurance with that. Yeah. I mean, it's just ridiculous. They talked about the stock options again. And now, after that, the investigator got back on the stand. And they said, okay, so you arrested Baker and Monica, and you put them in the patrol vehicle. Were you able to monitor their conversation? He says, yes, this is where it's 30 to 40 minutes. And it is so disturbing to watch this. She literally looks like she's intimately having something with herself or with him. It's bizarre. She's hyperventilating. And then she's like, this is effed up. And he says, Baker says, you need a lawyer. And Monica says, somebody did this. She's hyperventilating. I wrote here, it looks like they're having intimate relations. But she's sticking her head like in these tiny window partitions. It's the most bizarre thing. And then something says, you've got some murder suspects. And it says, hey, crazy day. Then she keeps saying, how could this happen? I can't believe this is happening. Baker says, I don't know what the F is going on. So it was recorded with another device. It's a long story because their device only gave live feed. It didn't record, so they had to record it with another device. So it's really bizarre. She says, this is a big mistake. I can't believe this. How could they not tell us anything? And she, don't talk, she says. He says, you got to get a lawyer immediately. She says, this is effing nuts. What the F? What's wrong with these effing people? That's Baker. Monica looks spaced out, hyperventilating. And again, he says, get an attorney, don't say shite. And it was a stolen car ruse when they arrested them. They told them that the car was stolen, but that was a ruse. And so that's why things were lighthearted, because they kept telling her, oh, it's probably a mistake, but it's a stolen car, stop. And they said that there was dispatch information that was played where they heard there was a warrant for Monica Sementilli's arrest. And then there was like deep whispering. And after that, they were put in side-by-side cells, and they had what was called a Perkins operation, where they have undercover people go in the cells. They don't have to be from law enforcement, but they were. The one in her cell was an undercover sheriff, and then the other one was law enforcement staff. So they have a recording device in there, and it's monitored live, and they can watch it. And they said, did you give the undercover sheriff instructions? And they said, no, really. They understand why they're there. They get a background of the case, and the goal is to keep the conversation in a normal setting and geared to the case. So Monica's in the cell with the undercover sheriff, and so they told Monica that they knew that Baker's DNA was all over the crime scene, DNA and blood, and they said they've known it for a while. And they said, at some point, does she make a spontaneous statement about Baker's blood and DNA? Yes, they say. And they played that statement. And what happened was they took her out from the cell and they brought her to an interview room. And she said, I whacked him in the hand with the paddleball racket, and he started bleeding, and he bled on a towel, and he bled on her sneakers, and he bled on something else, or clothing or whatever. And her husband said, don't worry about it, I'll get it. And he might have put the stuff in the sink, and he might have put the stuff here and there. And that's probably how Robert Baker's blood and DNA is in their house. She's been racking her brain. And so then they asked him, were you present for this conversation? Yes. Did you follow up about the injury? That she said yes. So he reviewed videos from the racquetball club on the day of this alleged injury. And he sees Robert Baker and Monica both walking out separately out of the gym, and neither one has any visible injury or a bloody towel or anything like that. So, why review that? To see if anything is there. He said to back it up. Oh, they played the video. Did you see any bloody towels, etc.? No. And then they said, well, you reviewed that video of Robert Baker leaving several times, right? Yes. And he was using his left hand freely, the investigator said. And he checked with the gym to see if there was any kind of an accident or any kind of an injury. No. So they brought Monica's cell phone to her in the interview room, and they told her, like, we need the password to open this up. And, she's like, why? And they're like, we have a warrant to have it opened up. We give us the passcode, please. Did she give it to you? And they said she tried multiple times and could not open it. She said that, did you finally get it? She was telling the password was 1972, but what was it really? In 1962. And whose birth year is that? Just happens to be Robert Baker's. Okay, so this Perkins operation recording is played, and you hear the two women talking. And I don't know what the other undercover sheriff is supposed to be guilty of, but she's like, well, she says, like, they want your safe combination, and they want search warrants for, it's like, they heard them say they want search warrants for her. They told Monica, we're going to get search warrants. They're actively searching your home, your computer, your car, your cell phones, your safe, all this stuff. And she was telling them just a little bit about the computer and passwords and stuff like that, but I don't think she was giving them the right ones. And so then that undercover sheriff is saying that they say they have stuff that links you, and she's like, it's not possible. And then she's like, how? And then the sheriff's like, oh my gosh, search warrants for your house or your computer and your safe and your cell phone and all of that. Wow. So then Monica said, wait, before I misinterpret what you're telling me, she was asking the officer, what's going on? And, she's like, she didn't know. And then she said that Robert Baker was a good friend, and this is a mistake, and it's ridiculous. And she said she didn't even know what encrypted messages were. She doesn't know what they are. And he said, well, I'm going to call the detective now. She said, I don't have any apps like that. This is impossible. Can I please get a water and a blanket? Then she starts to talk to the undercover person. She says, this can't be. He is such a good friend of ours. This cannot be. You know that. And then the undercover officer says, you know that officer? And she says, yes, I've been working with him for about 5 months. I don't know what he's talking about. This is the sheriff now. But if they're searching a whole lot of places, does your friend not like your husband? And she says, well, he's not really our friend. He's our racquetball coach. But he's been a friend to my husband. He met him a few times. And then the sheriff said, he said without a doubt the DNA is his. Yes, maybe because you were with him today. They have to have something to go into your house. And she said, well, I've been with him many times. And then she said, you voluntarily, they've been in my house many times. And the sheriff said, you let them in voluntarily before? And she said, oh, yes, they've been in my house many times. Okay, so she said, well, if this is someone at the gym, I don't understand. And she says, no, it's not just at the gym. We go for sushi and karaoke. And then the sheriff said, oh, he's a friend, but what if he's the guy? What does it have to do with you? She says. She says, do you email him? Yes. And then she says, do you use encrypted apps? And she said, I don't even know what those are. She says, did you ever talk on the phone with him about your husband? She says, yeah, but not in depth. And then she said, do you think your friend could do something like that? And she says, no. And she says, well, she can't get it out of her mind that your girls saw their father like that, because she was telling her about the murder. So you're shocked, yes. And this DNA stuff, you know, that's better than someone saying, I saw it. Yeah, the DNA is better, you know. And she goes, but don't worry about it. If you didn't do anything, you're going to be out of here. See, I did it, so I'm going to be in here. But if you didn't do anything, you have nothing to worry about. And that's where we ended there for today. Ouch. On Monica. Monica is just so full of it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so freaking cold. Okay, so let's see what else we have. I'm going to go on the other stuff in true crime, but I'm going to grab some ibuprofen and a little more hot water. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to get some ibuprofen. I'll be right there, and then we're going to go on and do the rest of the stories. Ouch. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Hold on, I'm just waiting for this hot water. Almost done, almost done, almost done. Oh my gosh, this water's never stopping. Okay, finally. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. All right. Let's go on to the next stuff. Hold on 1 second. All right. Ooh, cold. All righty. Okay, so next we're going to go look at some more crime news. New York prison guards are charged with murder. Well, okay. Let's see what this is all about. All right. So Robert Brooks should be alive today, says Governor Kathy Hochul. Charges have been filed against 10 corrections officers in connection with the death of Robert Brooks, who was an inmate who prosecutors allege was murdered at a New York State prison while being handcuffed in December of 2024. Nicholas Anzalone, David Kingsley, Anthony Farina, Christopher Walrath, Matthew Gallagher, and an additional suspect whose name was redacted from the grand jury indictment have been charged with second-degree murder and first-degree manslaughter. Anthony Farina, that sounds so familiar. Gallagher was additionally charged with second-degree gang assault, and Anzalone was charged with filing a false report. Michael Mashaw, Michael Fisher, and David Walters are charged with second-degree manslaughter. Nicholas Gentili is charged with tampering with physical evidence. Robert Brooks should be alive today. The brutal attack on Mr. Brooks was sickening, and I immediately moved to terminate the employment of those involved. And now the perpetrators have been rightfully charged with murder, and state police are making arrests, said the governor. Brooks's son, Robert, called the charges against the officers a necessary and important step toward accountability. These men, and I quote, "These men killed my father on camera. All the world could see what happened. Waiting for these charges has been incredibly hard. These men must be fully prosecuted and convicted for what they have done. But even the convictions of these corrections officers for the murder of my father will not be enough. Every person in authority who's allowed this system of violence and abuse to exist and continue for so long must also be held accountable. We pledge not to rest until we see meaningful change in how our state prisons are operated so that no one else has to go through what my family and I have gone through." On the evening of December 9th, Brooks, who was 43, was transferred to the Marcy Correctional Facility. The charging document alleges that Brooks, who was handcuffed, was assaulted twice by Anzalone, Walrath, and another officer when he was en route to the infirmary for a medical checkup. And once at the emergency room of the infirmary, Brooks was at various times restrained, beaten, choked, gagged, forcibly moved, and kicked, all with minimal resistance on the part of Mr. Brooks and with no legitimate law enforcement purpose. The document also says the correction officers did nothing to restrain each other, they did nothing to stop the beatings, and they failed to immediately order medical assistance for Mr. Brooks. According to the document, Mashaw, the ranking corrections officer in the infirmary emergency room, along with Walters and Fisher, failed to intervene during the attack. Walters verbally instructed the nurse not to enter the emergency room. Anzalone was further charged with first-degree offering a false instrument for filing for allegedly falsifying paperwork required after use of force incidents. Gentili was charged with tampering with physical evidence for allegedly cleaning the area of Robert Brooks's bloodstains in an effort to conceal the existence of said assault. Brooks died due to multiple blunt force injuries and compression to his neck. The Brooks's family attorney, Elizabeth Mazur, released that. Body cam footage shows the 10-minute incident during which Brooks was on an examination table, and the footage shows an officer hammering Brooks repeatedly with the heel of his shoe, and another officer lifting Robert by the neck using a chokehold. Wow. At the time of his death, Brooks was serving a 12-year sentence after he pled guilty to stabbing a former girlfriend. It's really hard to get justice in cases like this, says Mazur, and I think seeing these officers face criminal charges is one piece of getting justice for this family. They very much want to see some broader changes, too, to make sure that no one else goes through something like this. Wow. Let's see. All right. Got wow. What is this about? Oh, let me go and check the chat because I heard a thing and I don't know if that was. Let me see what that was. Hi, Slam RN. How are you? Hi, Heart Made Wise. Oh, I heard that bing, bing, bing thingy. It must have been something else. Okay. That was terrible behavior. Yeah, it was. Hi, Jeanette. You're in Europe. It's early morning. Thank you. It's nice to have you in the chat. I'm cold and very cold, Jeanette. Very cold, shivering cold. Hi, Slam RN. Okay. Hi, Linda. All right, let me go and tell you now. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing a super chat because I heard I wanted to thank the person because I heard the chime. All right. Where is, hang on. Okay, so a disturbing surveillance video shows the driver of an Amazon delivery van hitting a woman in Baltimore and then driving off after briefly checking on her. The 29-year-old pedestrian could be seen crossing the street in Butchers Hill neighborhood at around 9:30 p.m. on Tuesday, February 18th. In the video, a blue Amazon van slowly hits the victim and drives over her in the crosswalk of East Pratt Street and South Chester Street before slowing down. The van then rolls over the woman with its back wheels and eventually comes to a stop. The driver exits the van and walks back to check on the woman, who is lying on the ground, yelling for help and moving around slightly. After several seconds, the driver gets back in his van and leaves the scene. Another car had also pulled over by that point, seemingly to help the woman. Emergency personnel and police showed up at the scene soon after. Neighborhood resident Aidan Shore said he's just glad to hear the victim is okay, noting that people often drive too fast in the area, and said, when I got home today, I parked up the street and someone was going 40 miles per hour down these roads, so people are just moving quick all the time. And Amazon said And I quote, "We were made aware of this terrible incident today. The driver in question has been suspended from delivering on our behalf, and we're working with his employer and law enforcement as they investigate." Okay. I just spilled. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Next. Oh my goodness. Is this going to make you nervous? It says that an anxiety medication has been recalled nationwide and in Puerto Rico. Let's see what this is, okay? The Food and Drug Administration announced on February 19th that the recall has been categorized as a Class 2 event, which involves products that may cause temporary or medically reversible adverse health effects. The original recall was executed in January for 204,155 total cartons of lorazepam by the Harvard Drug Group, LLC, doing business as Major Pharmaceuticals and Rugby Laboratories in Laverne, Tennessee. The Major Pharmaceuticals and Rugby Laboratories website suggests the company is one of the largest multi-source suppliers of generic RX and OTC, over-the-counter products. The FTC states that the recall affects products distributed nationwide in the U.S. and Puerto Rico. The recall reasoning is listed as failed impurities and degradation specifications and subpotent drug, which could signal the recalled tablets contain defects and were not formulated to the correct strength for the indicated dosage. The FDA's report further explains the routine stability testing for the impurities resulted in out of specification results. The recall includes a total of 204,155 cartons of 3 lorazepam dosages, the 0.5 milligram, the 1 milligram, and the 2 milligram for all. The FDA names Major Pharmaceuticals in Indianapolis, Indiana as the packager and distributor of the recalled tablets. For the 0.5 milligram tablets, 82,281 cartons have been recalled. Identifying details on this dosage of the recalled drug are, and there's like major numbers and stuff. So you better check that out if you take anything like that. Lorazepam, which is only available via prescription, is often used to treat individuals experiencing anxiety, insomnia, or seizures. Let's see, it says it may go by such names as Ativan and is part of the benzodiazepines, sometimes commonly referred to as benzos class of medication. Xanax, Klonopin, and Valium are brand names of other examples of benzodiazepines. If you believe you have the affected drugs in your possession, contact your pharmacy or medical provider for assistance. Okay. back to where we were. Talked about the tornado ripped through dozens of homes in Mississippi. What happened here? Hang on a moment. Okay. Alrighty. So we have passengers on board an Allegiant Air flight chanted, "Let us off," before being stranded on the tarmac at Albany International Airport for 6 hours on Monday, February 17th. Allegiant Flight 848 had left the gate for de-icing behind schedule before a planned 3-hour journey from New York State to Punta Gorda, Florida. The flight was forced to return to the gate once crew members timed out and reached their legal limit for time flown in 24 hours. Video footage shows passengers, including young children, standing in the aisles chanting, let us off," with one heard, "We're calling 911, let us off the plane." Passengers said they were denied water during the 6-hour ordeal. The airline blamed bad weather conditions and intermittent power outages for their lengthy departure delay. Flight 848 had been scheduled to board from 12:15 p.m., and those on board say the aircraft switched between 3 to 4 gates before passengers entered the cabin at about 3:30 p.m. The flight was eventually canceled and finally disembarked at 10:15 local time. A spokesperson for Allegiant Air said, due to severe weather conditions and intermittent power outages at the airport earlier today, several flights departing Albany experienced delays throughout the day. This caused a ripple effect with arriving flights, which have had to wait for available gate space before passengers could deplane. In addition, we are very sorry for the inconvenience this has caused our passengers. We know disruptions to travel plans can be frustrating and thank our passengers for their patience and understanding. The airline has since offered affected passengers a refund for the canceled flight, an additional $200 and a $150 voucher for future travel as a gesture of goodwill. Oh, wow. Can you imagine you're on there with 6 hours? Oh, what happened to my Allegiant? What happened to the airline? What happened to the picture of the airliner? That's weird. It was there a minute ago. There it is now. What is going on with it? What is up? Wow, it's just bizarre. Okay. Let's see. Hi, White Angel. How are you? Amazon, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, let me go over here and see what else we have here. Okay. Put this away. Put this away. We've already done that one. Okay, put that away. All right. All right, here we go. Let's go to okay, so there is, well, David St. John dies. Who's David? America's next top, is it next top model? Executive producer was 56 years old. He's died. Huh. What am I saying here? Uh-oh, what did I just see? Hang on a minute. Experts warn AirPods could trigger terrifying brain disorder? What is that about? What the heck is that about? Okay, what is the... All right, what is this about? Now we've got some more. Let's see what this is. A common painkiller is linked to potential risks for older adults. Well, we know about that list that from that one case where you're not supposed to have anything on that list, like the benzos and certain stuff on there. Remember with that lady that forgot the babies in the car? But there's an incidence of side effects associated with acetaminophen in people aged 65 or more. And I hate Tylenol. I do. The main objective of this study was to examine the safety of oral acetaminophen at its therapeutic dose in adults 65 years of age or older. Okay, so it says results in total 180,483 acetaminophen exposed and 478 unexposed were included in the study. Acetaminophen exposure was associated with an increased risk of perforation or ulceration or bleeding. And then uncomplicated peptic ulcers, lower gastrointestinal bleeding, hypertension, and chronic kidney disease. Despite its perceived safety, acetaminophen is associated with several serious complications. Given its minimal analgesic effectiveness, acetaminophen, as the first-line oral analgesic option for long-term conditions in older people, requires careful reconsideration. Yeah, I do not want this stuff, even though I'm not 65, but I tell Jimmy all the time, don't take that, because I just know that they tell you to take it when you're pregnant. It's like the only thing that's safe. And it can cause your liver numbers to be way off. And it's really scary. And then you find out it's just the Tylenol. So I literally do not take that any longer. So let me, very careful with that. Okay. All right, now let's go on. Where the heck were we? Right here. Okay, back here, back here. Okay, so what else do we have? Snow lingers in Virginia and North Carolina. Yeah, we know that. We know that firsthand because Linda got it in Virginia, and Elle had snow in South Carolina. So we know there's snow. Okay, let's see what else we got. Trying to see. McDonald's filet of fish got more convenient. How did the filet of fish get more convenient? You know why? We're approaching Lent, right? And so yeah, on Fridays, Catholics don't eat meat if they're observing that. There's something else here. Popular artificial sweetener can increase risk of heart attack and stroke. Okay, so let's see what that artificial sweetener is. Aspartame. So it says, a new study out of Sweden reports that one of the most popular sugar substitutes found in diet sodas, sugarless gum, and low-sugar yogurt increases insulin levels in animals and potentially elevates their risk of heart attacks and stroke over time. Some research has suggested that long-term use of artificial sweeteners may heighten the risk of stroke, heart disease, and even premature death. Aspartame, which is about 200 times sweeter than sugar, is sold under the brand names NutraSweet, Equal, and Sugar Twin. In 2023, the World Health Organization International Agency for Research on Cancer classified aspartame as possibly carcinogenic to humans. For a new study, mice were fed food containing 0.15% aspartame every day for 12 weeks, and that's the equivalent of humans drinking about 3 cans of diet soda a day. Aspartame-fed mice developed larger and more fatty plaques in their arteries and experienced higher levels of inflammation, which is a major contributor to heart disease. The elevated insulin levels were blamed for the arterial plaque buildup, also known as arteriosclerosis. The researchers determined that the immune signal CX3CL1 is especially active under insulin stimulation because blood flow through the artery is strong and robust. Most chemicals would be quickly washed away as the heart pumps. Surprisingly, not all CX3CL1. It stays glued to the surface of the inner linings of the blood vessels, and it acts like a bait, and it catches immune cells as they pass by. And many of the trapped immune cells are known to fuel blood vessel inflammation. When the researchers removed CX3CL1 receptors from one of the immune cells in aspartame-fed mice, the plaque accumulation did not occur. Artificial sweeteners have penetrated almost all kinds of foods, so we have to know the long-term effects. A registered dietitian, Stephanie Schiff, at Northwell Huntington Hospital recommends cutting artificial sweeteners and sugar from your diet. If you're diabetic and you have trouble avoiding sugary beverages, consider sweeteners, monk fruit and stevia without erythritol, commonly used artificial sweetener that has been linked to an increased risk of heart attack and stroke. Otherwise, try sweetening your food with fruit or get used to consuming food and drinks that are less sweet. It's worth making the changes to your diet to stay healthy. Okay. Try that. Well, this is just, okay, let's see what this is. A bladder medication. A new study has found a significant link between dementia and certain common medications often prescribed to older Americans for unrelated conditions, particularly those 55 and above. Anticholinergic drugs have been previously associated with an increased risk of dementia, but the latest research identifies specific medications, which include everything from Benadryl to antipsychotics that may pose the greatest threat. The recent findings pinpoint oxybutinin, hydrochloride, solifenacine, succinate, and tolterodine tartrate as having particularly strong correlations with heightened dementia risk in elderly people. These drugs are typically prescribed for overactive bladder or incontinence. Researchers are urging the medical community to take note of these findings. This finding emphasizes the need for clinicians to take into account the possible long-term risks and consequences of the available treatment options for an overactive bladder in older adults, and to consider prescribing alternative treatments that might be associated with a lower risk of dementia. The conclusion is alarming. Patients who took a daily dose equivalent for 3 years within a 13-year period faced a 25% to 29% increased risk of developing dementia. This significant health discovery was a collaborative effort between teams from the University of Nottingham, the University of Manchester, and the King's College London, and it was published in the medical journal BMJ. The study examined over 170,000 dementia patients aged 55 and above with an average age of 83, and it has shed light on the varying risks based on their medication. Okay. It was discovered that 9% were diagnosed with dementia after using anticholinergic drugs between 3 and 16 years before. The strongest links between the medication and dementia were found in those over 80, while men were also found to be at a higher risk than women, and other anticholinergic drugs, including darifenacin, festoterodine, fumarate, flavoxate, hydrochloride, propylene hydrochloride, and trospium chloride did not significantly increase the risk of dementia. The research focused on a long-term treatment for an overactive bladder commonly prescribed in the clinical practice. Looking ahead, researchers are advocating for more studies into mirabegron, another treatment for overactive bladder in older people, typically used after anticholinergic drugs have been prescribed. Okay. What is this about? I just wanted to look at something and now it doesn't have the thing that I have. Okay. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I was coughing, so sorry. Okay, I didn't want to cough into the mic. Okay. All right. Somebody asked about this today. I heard this. Excuse me. Okay, so here are the best senior discounts, and there's some that you only get if you ask, okay? So let's see what you get at restaurants. So at McDonald's, people 55 and above get discounts on coffee and beverages, if you ask. On Wendy's, you get free coffee or other discounts depending on locations. And yeah, there are Wendy's that give seniors discounts anytime. IHOP, there's a 10% discount 55 plus and a menu for people aged 55 plus at participating locations. At Golden Corral, senior discount varies by location. You have to ask. At Denny's, they offer a 55 plus menu with smaller portions and better prices. At Perkins restaurants, they have a 55 plus menu and they offer special deals for 55 and plus. At Subway, there's 10% off people 60 and older. That varies by location. Old Country Buffet, there's daily discounts for seniors 55 and above. At Burger King, there's a 10% discount on purchase depending on the location for people 60 and older. And at Long John Silver's, there's a 10% discount or a discounted beverage 55 plus. Okay, let's see if there's any other things. Okay, so here's some shopping discounts for seniors. Seniors. See, these are life hacks. At Goodwill, you can get a 10% discount every Tuesday if you're 60 or older. At Kohl's, when you shop on Wednesday, you get a 15% discount if you're 60 and older. At Michael's, you get a 10% discount if you're 55 and older. At Hy-Vee, you save 5% on your groceries every Wednesday if you're 55 and older. At Joann's, the senior discount day offers 20% for those 55 and older. At Rite Aid, they offer various savings for 65 and older, including 20% off on the first Wednesday of each month. Walgreens, you get discounts if you're 55 plus or if you're a member of AARP. And Habitat for Humanity Restore Shop, you get 20% off on Thursdays if you're 55 and older at select locations. On various cruises, especially last-minute bookings, and in Norwegian Cruise Lines, they have special senior rates and select cruises for passengers 55 and above. Okay, now what about hotels? Let's see what hotels have for seniors. So at the Hilton, if you're a senior, 65 and older, you can save 7% on the best available rate at participating hotels. If you go to the Best Western, seniors age 55 and older can save 15%. Some locations offer additional perks like free breakfast. Choice Hotels, if you're 60 plus, you can get 10% off. Extended Stay America, you're going to get a discount if you're 55 plus. IHG Hotels, they offer discounts for seniors age 62 and older. The Marriott Bonvoy, 62 and older, you'll get a discount. A Motel 6, seniors 60 and older get 8% off the best available nightly rate, and AARP members can get 10%. A discount and a late checkout, and the Red Roof offers a 10% discount for guests 59 and older. Okay, let's see transportation and travel discounts, okay? So American Airlines, there are various senior discounts that apply to various trips. You should call and find out what they have. At Amtrak, there's senior pricing available for most Amtrak locations, and it ranges from 10 to 15% off. Alaska Airlines, seniors can save a significant amount with discount plane tickets Discounts vary from one time frame to the other. Most commonly, seniors can save 10%. On Southwest Airlines, seniors who are over 65 and are traveling with Southwest may be eligible for the senior fares. They're available online, and for international or domestic travel, you can also purchase senior fares at the gate, through a customer service representative at the airline or travel agency. You will need to arrive early at the gate to be able to prove your age in order to be checked into your flight. United Airlines offers discounted prices for flights for seniors over 65. Seniors need to select the over 65 category when purchasing tickets online or with a customer service agent. Discounts vary depending on the flight and location. Okay, so hopefully that helps some of you. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Let's see, something else. How about okay, let's look at some vintage ads. So this is an ad. Boy, oh boy. Uh-oh, where'd you go? Get over here. Boy, oh boy, just wait till you try Howdy Doody's favorite treat. 9-minute marshmallow crispy squares. Yes, siree, Mom. Make some for the kids tonight. It's so easy. Once they taste them, they'll make them for themselves. Kellogg's Rice Krispies and marshmallow treats. 9 minutes. Say goodbye to depression. If you're suffering from flu, hangover, phosphorine tonic wine will put new strength into you. If you are nervy, depressed, this vitalizing drink will give you a new joy of living. Phosphorine tonic wine lifts you up when you are low. It puts you right with the world. Get a bottle today, and you will see how swiftly it does you good. I feel I must write and tell you how much I have benefited from taking phosphorine tonic wine. I felt very tired and run down, and my nerves were very weak. I also felt terribly depressed. I tried lots of remedies without results, so decided to try phosphorine tonic wine. Before I had finished the first bottle, it gave me new energy, and the awful depression lifted. I feel very grateful for such a good tonic, and shall never fail to take it if I don't feel up to the mark. Signed, Miss A.K. Hereford. A most delightful beverage, cheering and comforting. Never in my life heard of it. Beautiful girls like these deserve beautiful collars like these. Notice, please, the superb styling which goes into every arrow collar. arrow white shirts. Drew. I can't see their names. But those beautiful girls deserve them. Who remembers these? I don't ever remember them being called these, but I do think I remember these. Nabisco waffle couplets, assorted colors for your ice cream. Cone cups for home service. Hang on, I'm getting this. Hey Mom, what a bath happy baby with a rose petal skin. Want to baby your hands? Want to baby your complexion? What nice duds to stay perky as a baby's bonnet. Baby mild for everything. Swan is pure as fine Castiles. Swan soap. Swan soap. Okay, let's see what this is. These look like our rooms growing up, but we had canopy beds. It's more fun to look alike. Her dress is just like Dolly's. 10-piece set with baby and sister dolls and the gingham bedroom. Look at that, $12.94, $12.94, and $9.96 for the curtains. $29.99 for the 10-piece set with the baby and sister dolls. The dress, $2.87. Lady finger watch to pin on her dress. It's more fun to look alike. Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? That's from the 1959 Sears Christmas book. 1959, guys. Have a real dolly nursery. Look at that. This is from the Christmas book too. Only $5.99. Wardrobe $3.22. Chest $3.22. Bassinet $10.98. The cradle $8.88. The playpen $3.98. 88 cents for the diaper bag. Doesn't that look so fun? She looks like a real mom. It really does. It looks cute. And all the baby strollers, $20.95. I think my sister had that one. And I had one like this too, a little stroller, and then we had the crayon from my sister. Very cute. $5.98 $4.89. Remember your Buster Browns? Quality at your feet? Off to a good walking start. Guess what? Buster Brown. And for the look at them. Look them over, kids. They're the extra special Easter beauties your friendly Buster Brown Shoeman has for you. Tell Mom you want your pair right away. Is that love the most? Buster Brown. Oh, this is a blast from the past. Who remembers Howard Johnson's? I remember their chocolate lollipops. Little Boy Blue is a grilled hamburger patty, whipped potatoes, buttered vegetable, roll and butter, ice cream, sherbet, or gelatin, and a beverage, 90 cents. A grilled Frankfurt on toasted roll, potato chips, baked beans, ice cream, sherbet or gelatin, and a beverage, 80 cents. The Jack and Jill golden brown fish fillet, whipped potatoes, buttered vegetable, roll and butter, ice cream, sherbet, or gelatin, and a beverage. A Humpty Dumpty is a small tuna fish sandwich. Egg and tomato, gross. Small fry, Howard Johnson's tender sweet fried clams with whipped potatoes, roll and butter, ice cream, sherbet, or gelatin, and a beverage, 95 cents. Miss Muffet lunch, petite garden vegetable plate, bacon strip, roll and butter, ice cream, sherbet, or gelatin in a beverage, 75 cents. For your convenience, there's strained baby foods available for 25 cents. Jack Horner lunch, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, gelatin in a lettuce cup, garnish, ice cream or sherbet in a beverage is 65 cents. Simple Simon is a roast beef, gravy, buttered vegetable, whipped potatoes, roll, and butter, ice cream, sherbet, or gelatin in a beverage, $1.20. Tommy Pucker, that looked like something else. You know, that looked really bad. Plate, sliced breast, roast turkey, buttered vegetable, whipped potatoes, and gravy, roll in butter, ice cream, sherbet, or gelatin in a beverage, $1.10. Choice of milk chocolate, milk, hot chocolate, orange drink or cola, or breakfast with Simple Simon. Chilled orange juice, short stack of hot cakes, butter, warm syrup, milk chocolate milk, or hot chocolate, 60 cents. Orange juice, I can't even speak tonight. Orange juice, a poached egg on toast, milk, chocolate milk, or hot chocolate, 55 cents. Three Bears bait, orange juice, cooked or dry cereal with fresh milk, buttered toast, slice, milk, chocolate milk, or hot chocolate, 55 cents. Orange juice, boiled or poached egg in a cup, strip of crisp bacon, buttered toast slice, milk, chocolate milk, or hot chocolate, 60 cents. The Pieman, Jack Sprout, Mrs. Sprouts, and Three Bears bait. That's interesting. And then on the back of it, it was a Know Your States game. So I guess you got to take it with you, and then you could do your Know Your States while you're in the car, because you're usually going to maybe a Howard Johnson when you're traveling, so it gives you something to do in the car. The kids take their menu with them. Sorry, I was coughing. I told you if I suddenly go silent, it's not because it's because I'm coughing. Okay, let me see. If the chat is hi, little lady. Hi, Ann Chapman. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Cat's Got Your Tongue. Sorry I wasn't looking at the chat. Heart Made Wise. Okay. I guess you're enjoying this, right? It looks like that. So this is the Dolly's model homes with tiny furniture to her taste. This one was $16.39, but this one was $3.69. New are bigger. Something metal dollhouse. The doorbell rings. The front door opens at a touch. Yeah, and then there's this one that's $7.49. Now I don't know why this one is $7.49 and it doesn't have a bathroom. Well, it has it does have a bathroom. The bathroom's big, but it only has one bedroom. This one is nicer. There's more. I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? 10-piece wood furniture set, scale to size, each $1.85. Wow, that's nice. Hi, One Eye Blind Art. How are you? If you're brand new to our channel, please subscribe. Think about supporting the channel with a membership or super chat or something. That would be lovely. Thank you. Okay, let's go over here and we're going to see what else we're doing. So then we have, what other kind of stuff here? Here's another metal dollhouse. This one right here is $5.79. 5 fun-filled rooms. Eaton's feature value $2.95. All metal dollhouse with colorfully decorated rooms, all with accurately detailed miniature plastic furniture. Only $2.95. At our feature value price, you can be full owner of this fully furnished modern playhouse. Lithographed in bright colors, inside and out. Open back makes it easy to rearrange furniture. Metal built-it-yourself home with exposed edges, widely rolled, cut-out windows. Furnishings are molded in detail fine enough to please the fussiest little housekeeper. $2.95. Okay, who remembers this? I don't really remember this. I don't know. Body on tap. For body, beautiful hair. Super body, super hold, and the shine of your life. Body on tap is the fabulous shampoo with real beer in it. Yes. 1/3 real beer. Exquisitely blended with superb cleaners and conditioners to give your hair super body, super shine. How does it smell? Light, delicate, and delicious. And it leaves your hair clean, really clean, with a dazzling shine. It holds beautifully too, whether you pin it, roll it, or blow it dry. Available in 3 body beautiful formulas: normal, oily, and dry. Brewed with 1/3 real beer, but don't drink it. It actually says that. It actually says that, guys. More to enjoy in sight and sound. TV Dreamboat captures another find heart. The Charmer Motorola Fiberjet does it with a dramatic new concept in TV styling. The sleek cabinet of fiberglass is designed to fit high-fashion accessory bases, flatters any room with its fine furniture look, travels when it needs to, inside reasons that give more to enjoy, including golden M tubes and golden tube Sentry system. Motorola, world's largest exclusive electronics manufacturer. More to enjoy in stereophonic sound. Motorola model SK14 high fidelity console, combined with the matching companion speaker, plays authentic stereo high fidelity 40-watt amplifier, drives 8 speakers, 4 in each unit, in choices of many finishes. Let's make this a little smaller so you can see the whole ad. Look at Mom. She put the that's the dustpan. Looks like a frying pan. She put the dustpan down and she's caressing the broom. That's strange. We had something like this. It was just for a record player that was in there. It didn't have a TV to it. Admirable, most beautiful buy-in television. Admirable television combination priced at as low as $299.99 with 12.5-inch picture tube, triple play phonograph, Dynamagic radio with thrilling new features engineered to outperform any set, anywhere, anytime. The admirable, most beautiful buy-in television. Here we have this one. Look at this. Coming soon, General Electric portable color TV. How much? $249.95. Now, see, that seems like a lot, right? Yeah, now it does, because because TVs have come down so much. That's crazy. That doesn't seem like that. Oh, how about the Bell? The Princess phone in blue. Where will you put your bedroom phone? At your bedside within an arm's reach of your pillow? On your dressing table to save you time and steps? At your elbow on your desk to aid in running the home? Buy a chaise or chair for comfort when you're calling. No matter where you choose to put it, we know one thing's for sure, you'll find a bedroom extension can be a wonderful convenience. By day, it's a handy phone. It lets you make and take calls in comfort and privacy, but by night, it's the silent guardian of your rest. You sleep secure, relaxed, knowing the phone is nearby. Extensions cost so little, and they're so easy to order. Just call the business office or ask your telephone man about them. Bell Telephone Systems. Okay, let's see here. You guys are faking me out. What was that? I keep hearing the chime and I keep coming back. You guys are faking me out. Okay. Okay. All right, so how about this? It's pan. You remember Tapan? pan to pan. How proud you'll be of your gold ribbon to pan. And here's the one like the Brady's had with that wall. They had a brick wall. This is like stacked stone. Nothing cooks like a tapan. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, let's see here. Oh, this is great. We had these. We had one in a flowery, like 70s case. It was like this vinyl case with all flowers on it. Give her the finest hair dryer in a woman's world. General Electric. Look at the phone over here and the TV. Look, she's got her little tea. Walk in it. Look at this. Walk in it. Talk in it. Check your hair without removing the bonnet. Ooh. Okay, here's a gift for mother that every female in the family will love. The world's first walk and talk hair dryer. Walk and talk. Suddenly, home hair drying is so easy, so fast, so convenient that you can treat yourself to a new hairstyle as often as the fancy takes you. Your hair will always be glamorous, yet your GE hair dryer will pay for itself in hairdressing savings. And how thoroughly, how evenly it dries your hair. You get 4 heats, including cool. You get an exclusive reach-in bonnet that lets you check your hair. A bonnet with an elasticized headband. No awkward strings. Large enough for bouffant hairstyles, and so attractively styled that you'll welcome surprise visitors. Do mother and yourself a favor. Go get yourself a GE hairdryer today. Actually twice as fast as old-fashioned hairdryers. The most coveted monogram in a woman's world. GE. Really? Okay. Remember these phones? I choose my friends very carefully. Very often a phone is indeed like a friend, and now you can make it even more so. There are all sorts of shapes and colors and styles of Bell telephones to choose from, together with all kinds of customized services. So you can choose a phone you find amazing, or one that's dashing, or one that you can feel comfortable with. In short, you can choose a phone that's genuinely you and still get a phone that's genuine Bell, a friend you can like, a friend you can trust. Sorry, I was having a coughing fit. Okay, I got 4 silver bowls, 3 peppermills, and something I'll use every day. It is indeed the thought that counts. Count on giving genuine Bell phone. There's no more thoughtful way to reach out and touch someone, right? Reach out and touch the people you're close to. Plus, at the Bell Phone Center store, you'll find colors, shapes, and sizes to suit everyone's fancy. Our phone hides in its very own box. One phone hides in its very own box. Another features 2 of America's most lovable cartoon characters. While you're shopping for gifts at the phone center store, why not shop for yourself too? In many parts of the country, you can also choose from our special custom calling services. For instance, if you're always on the phone, choose call waiting. A little beep will tell you when someone else is trying to call. If you're always on the go, choose call forwarding. You can make your phone call follow you wherever you go. The phone center store has dozens of ways to say it's for you, whether it's for someone special or especially for you. I'm trying to see what year that is. I don't know what happened. Hold on a second, I lost my thing. Okay. Okay. Let's see what this is. Okay, to delight you, to excite you, Avon's Wonderland of Fragrance. I can't speak tonight. Avon believes you should have fragrance wherever you go and brings you many scents in many, many forms. A wonderland of fragrance. Smooth on cream sachet. It disappears, but the scent lingers on. Roll on new portable cream roulette spray or cologne mist. Splash on cologne. Dab on perfume. Explore choice after wonderful choice. Fascinating Avon fragrances to wear in so many wonderful ways. Avon calling at your home to show you delightful scents in so many fascinating forms. What a perfect way to select the right fragrance for you. Do welcome your Avon representative when she calls. Avon Cosmetics, Radio City, New York. She'll be happier with a Hoover. New Hoover. $69.95, $124.95. The deluxe, I have this one and it's a tape measure. A little tape measure, the iron. Fine appliances, around the house, around the world. Give her a Hoover, she'll be happier. I remember this as a soap cashmere boutique. I don't remember it as a talcum powder. Refreshing daintiness. As a morning shower that lingers for hours, Cashmere Boutique talcum powder with the fragrance men love. What's a wonderful sensation when you sprinkle on Cashmere Boutique talc? I can't even remember this. Hand lotion, all-purpose cream, fat face powder, lipstick. Look your loveliest with Cashmere Boutique. Oh, you know what? We're talking about Cody with Fabio Sementilli, right? Well, here's Cody. The More the Merrier fragrance gifts by Cody. Gosh, I remember this tin right here. This one. New slim silhouette Hoover convertible. Oh my gosh, I had one of those back in the day. The cleaner with the automatic shift, extra power for attachments. Gets the deep down dirt other cleaners miss. A clean playground for your child. Clean deep down. And what a comfort that is to know. Deep cleaning means longer rug life too. Almost all rug manufacturers recommend Hoover. Look what happens when you give her a Hoover. Make it a happy Mother's Day. Give her the world's finest cleaner. The fabulous Hoover Convertible is a new kind of cleaner, perfect for every cleaning job. You get world famous Hoover beats as it sweeps, as it cleans rug cleaning action, then click in the converter, and the exclusive Hoover 2-speed motor gives you 50% more power for perfect suction cleaning. Complete cleaning tools and other wonderful features make the convertible a gift she will love you for. The cleaner that walks on air, the Constellation. And I don't know if we ever had a Constellation. We had Electrolux. Actually floats along behind. No lifting, no tugging. That's his Constellation. I have a tape measure that has that. Powerful suction cleans quickly and thoroughly. Double stretch hose lets you clean from room to room without moving the cleaner. And a big throwaway dirt bag. Tool rack, modern styling and colors. And a new Hoover polisher. Clean, wax, and polish with fingertip ease. Bring tile and wooden floors to a mirror finish with a few effortless minutes. Light, neat, but packed with power. Automatic switch, anti-splash guard, easy brush removal, recessed hood that lets you polish into counter toe space. Make it a Hoover for Mother's Day. Make it a Hoover. Here, guys. This is the wedding gift that keeps on giving. The wedding gift that keeps on giving is an iron, guys. Some gifts make work for the bride, but tiptoe takes the hard work out of the most tiring of household tasks. It spares her energy, frees her from fatigue, gives her extra hours saved for years and years, will be appreciated long after other gifts are forgotten. Saves half my ironing time. Oh, that's a pink vacuum. You like that? Probably can find one. Yeah, I betcha. It's a collector's item. It's probably very expensive now. You see? See, Elle, that's what I say. But you could bring it back, and you know how many people would want a pink vacuum that looks like that? Everybody's into the vintage and the retro. We could make a lot of money. This is marvelous. Why, it has everything. New comfort angle handle, eliminates wrist fatigue, 3-speed thumb switch. For left or right-handed use, it rests on the bowl edge, heel or side. Beaters never touch the work surface. Press red button, beaters pop out, clean in a jiffy. Weighs only 2.9 ounces. Has the most powerful motor in its class, warranted for 1 year. Free gift. See mixer demonstrated at your dealer and get a free kitchen measuring set. Warring Products, New York, New York. Ring. Look at that. Looks like it's pink too. Well, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh gosh, my mother had this. It's by Revlon. The whole world's in bloom. With Aquamarine, the classic of all floral fragrances by Revlon. New Aquamarine Spray Mist. Light as laughter, cool as a jewel, a flower-born fragrance to live in all summer long. Have the whole Aquamarine wardrobe. Bath, powder, bath soap, milk, bath, toilette, and spray mint. That's nice. Very nice. Oh, look, this is a cute one. Oh my gosh, there's two I've got to show you here. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to show you this one first. Send them off happy as larks with mom prepared lunches in Aladdin school lunch kits. Want to see something highly disturbing? This looks like that Twilight Zone episode where they went in those time machines. Want the gold. Your baby will be safer, easier to care for in a kitty coop. Trimble's Practical Safety Crib. A bouncy new baby is wonderful fun, but quite a burden too. This practical safety crib will make baby even more fun because Trimble's Kitty Coop makes baby care easier for you, safer for baby. When you get baby in safety screen kitty coop, he's there to stay. Oh my gosh, this is crazy, isn't it? is this for real? He's there he's there. He can't get out. He can't throw toys out. Pets and older children can't hurt him. He's safe. And you adore it, even if you're out of sight. Go to your department furniture or baby store and ask about the Trimble Kitty Coop. You will see how attractive and practical this safety crib is, and it's economical for you to use it from birth to big bed age. And it comes complete with special wet-proof vinyl light covered HairFlex mattress. 87 out of 100 doctors say Trimble Kitty Coop is safer. Write for a free booklet. Trimble helps for mother. Trimble, Rochester, New York. The other Trimble helps for mothering. For easier visits, fits into the car. Oh my goodness. That looks scary. Did you guys fake me out again? You did. I heard the chime again. You faked me out again. That's not nice. Okay. Oh, our goal is ended anyway. We didn't reach our goal again tonight. All right, let's go to this. Okay. Oh, this is horrible. This is a horrible ad. There's a bit of Satan. What? There's a bit of Satan in Satin Finish, the new Evening in Paris lipstick. It's absolutely wicked. Of Evening in Paris, to make a lipstick so alluring, Satin Finish clings so scandalously as satin smooths your lips to satiny softness, making them tempting as the devil in a bewitching spectrum of pinks, corals, reds, each sheathed in a tall golden swivel case, now only 49 cents. Wow, that's a horrible ad. A deserving treat for kitchen queens. Lustroware, the golden touch of new, elegante pantryware, to caress your vanity, court your pride, pamper your leisure, keep your pantryware romance glowing with this timeless fashion and practical utility of lustroware. Gold decorated plastic beauties. Start today with this Elegante canister set. 4 big capacity space savers with deep crown fresh seal covers crested with gold plated knobs. Only $3.95. Choose matching Elegante pieces from a galaxy of golden kitchen keepers, styled to cheer any queen. At most stores, along with 250 other time-saving, budget-priced, lustroware guaranteed housewares. Save 69 cents on the cookie jar. Okay, we'll do this one and then Call the police. These hands are a crime. Do everything possible for those hands. Start with Palmolive dishwashing liquid. It softens hands while you do the dishes, and Palmolive's more than mild. These suds keep working till the last greasy pot comes clean. Palmolive softens hands while you do the dishes. You're soaking in it now. Remember those commercials? Madge. Okay. Who remembers? Here we go. Like new shine, quick as a wink with Twinkle. New Twinkle Copper Cleaner Triple Action Twinkle brightens copper 3 times faster. Twinkle Copper Cleaner is a smooth, creamy paste that cleans as it polishes, as it renews. No other cleaner gets copper so bright, so fast, so easy. Twinkle safely wipes off stubborn grease and burner stains, polishes away tarnish, and restores brand new luster instantly. Twinkle Copper Cleaner is at your grocery or hardware store. Get it today. Triple action cleans, polishes, renews. Made by the makers of Drano and Windex. Okay, I guess it's time for word cookies. Tickle, yeah. That was the antiperspirant, right? Oh, thank you, Gail B. Hey, we did it. See? I knew we could complete a goal. I knew we could complete a goal. Wow. Thank you, Gail. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I have to give you a round of applause. A round of applause for Gail B. Thank you. Way to go, Gail B. Okay, hopefully I don't go on a coughing mission. Owl. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had a coughing fit. But I can't say that it's not going to happen again. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't trying to stay on mute. I was just coughing, and I didn't want to sit here and cough and cough and cough. Okay? Okay. For some reason, I'm not seeing the chat. I don't know why. Oil. No, there's no L. I mean, there's no I. Yow. Voyage? Okay, voyage, okay. Voyager. And then voyage. Right. And then go to yay. Okay. Here. Yoga. Okay, and then it's got to be GR. Russian dolls are so full of themselves. Thank you, Cat's Got Your Tongue. Hey, we went over our last goal. Thank you. Thank you for that. And I get to give you a round of applause. Way to go, Cat's Got Your Tongue. Yay. Thank you so much. What do you know? Okay, let's see here. We need to do one more right here. It's got to be GR because it's got to be the same. So it's going to be GR. Oh, gravy? Could it be gravy? Yes, it is gravy. Trip. Time. Timer. Rip. Pie. Pier. Pit. Might. Mit. Per. Perm. Pre. Prime. Trim. Per. Oh, pet. What's this top one? It's got to be. Fire. Okay. Meyer. It's gotta be that. Tripe. Yep, Harvey's wise. Extra word L. T-I-E-R. I thought I put it there. I didn't do it. Okay, good L. Permit. Harvey wise. Let me see. Yep, there we go. What about remit? What about item? What about, let's see, temp? What about, hold on a minute. I was coughing and I couldn't tell you what I was doing there. Okay. I'm going to stop, okay? In a minute, I'm going to stop. All right, I'm going to end this, but thanks tonight. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, Gail and Katz, for helping go over the goal. Thank you, Anne, for coming in here. I hope that you like and subscribe. Maybe become a member. We have member perks and stuff. We have auctions every Wednesday and Saturday, and we have lots of stuff. True crime, crafts. We're going to do a cricket project and all of that stuff. All right, but I will see you there tomorrow, hopefully. God bless. Prayers. Be good. Be kind. I'll see you tomorrow. Be good. Love you.